Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to take a look at the newest Cold War Premium tank, but before I do, if you enjoy this video, please leave it a like, a comment, hit that subscribe button, and if you'd like to support me further, please check out the link to my Patreon in the description. Right. What is the latest premium, and should you get one? Those are the two important questions. Continuing the Chinese trend that WarGaming have going on at the moment, they have decided to introduce us to the Type 59D. The Type 59D is an Era 3 premium, which brings the total number of Era 3 premiums up to 3. The 59D is the first Era 3 medium that is a premium, which does make it a little difficult to review because we don't have another premium tech tree tank that is a medium to compare it to. So, from a review point of view, I'm kind of on plan B. I'm going to review this based on personal experience, personal opinion, how I feel the tank plays, do I like it, do I not like it, things I do and don't like about it. And I'm going to... It's a stretch, I know it's a stretch, but I am going to make a comparison at some point to the MBT 70. You know, obviously, keep in mind, that is a heavy... It's a completely different play style of tank. It's unique in its own right. So, you know, it's a bit of a stretch for me to make comparisons like that. But yeah, we're on plan B for this review video. So my opinions are just purely based on my experiences with this tank. So for those of you that are short on time, here's my quick review. My first two games in the 59D were all MVPs. And I take that back. My first three games were MVPs. This is my third game you're seeing here. My first game, 8,500 damage MVP. Second game, 5,500 damage with MVP, and I had a bit of assist in there. I'm not going to tell you what the score or my result for this game was. I'm just going to let you see it, but I blew my previous MVP scores out of the window with this. Right. As far as Era 3 tanks go, it's not bad. It really is not a bad tank. It's a very good silver earner. But there is a big but with this one, and it is that the base package in the store is going to cost you 16,350 gold, or £57. There are Era 2 tanks that are just as much fun to play, that will earn you just as much silver, and they cost £20 less, or they're free, like the FV, for example. I'm not going to say buy this tank or don't buy this tank. It's a good tank, but it is very, and I emphasize this, it is very expensive. If you can afford it, by all means, go ahead. If you can't afford it, then don't feel too bad because you're not really missing out on all that much. Because what you experience in Era 3 in this tank is something that you can also experience in Era 2 with the premium tanks that we have in Era 2. So keep that in mind when you want to go ahead and buy this thing. Alright then, let's take a deeper dive into the 59D. The 59D is the first traditional Era 3 premium. And I say it's traditional because the MBT 70 and the TCM AGS are in a whole class of their own as far as uniqueness goes. I mean, the TCM doesn't even have a turret, all it's got is a gun, and the MBT 70, it's got missiles, it's got a massive gun on it, and it can go just as fast backwards as it can forwards. So, you know, those are two very unique things about those vehicles. So, I can't really use them as comparisons, even though I will touch on the MBT 70 a little bit coming up shortly. So, yeah, it's a little difficult. So, what we can do, though, is we can look at what this tank does offer. The 59D has a gun that'll do 480 average damage, with each shot having an average penetration of 605mm. Combine that with the rapid loading crew skill and the advanced loader equipment, and you'll get your reload down to 5.3 seconds. Crunch those numbers and you get a DPM of about 5,433. Not bad, you know. If we're talking about tanks, that's really not that bad as far as this game goes. You know, it's not the best. I'm sure the I don't know the numbers, but I believe, well, if from memory, I believe the the challenge, you know, the heavies at Era 3, you know, they're higher than this. I could be wrong, but I think they are. But if we compare the 59D as a premium to the MBT 70, the MBT 70 has 350 millimeters of penetration and 780 alpha. Now, before you drop the 59D for the MBT's amazing alpha, I can tell you from experience that it does no good at all having 780 alpha if you can't pen anything. The 59D has better game balance and it fits the traditional playstyle far better. And this trend continues. The 59D will do 61 kilometers an hour. Its concealment is 363 meters and its view range is 547. That combination has created a tank that is very good at flanking and hitting targets beyond its own detection range. Now, El Alamein is not quite working out for that playstyle as you're seeing it at the moment. I'm very much spotted, I'm very much in the middle of the map. But the previous two games I played were on Fredvang, where you have the lines of sight, you have the ranges, and you can just easily, with the accuracy of this gun, you can just pop targets at range without even being spotted. It's really, really good at doing that. And surprisingly, something that I was actually really, really surprised when I saw this, the 59D has 7 degrees of gun depression. And I was expecting the typical 5, so when I saw 7, I thought, well, I'll take 7. I mean, it's not 7 degrees isn't brilliant, but I'll take it over 5. So yeah, I mean, I'm finding it difficult to fault this tank. And we'll just break from talking about the tank to just have a look at the score here. What did we do? Just under 10,000 damage. That's good. And I believe, next screen, wait for it, let's have a look. Yeah, just under 10,000 damage and 3,000 assists. So combined, we're over 10,000. That's very, very good. 788,000 silver with a 2 times silver boost, sorry. I didn't have any commander boosts on. I didn't have a free XP boost on. Nothing. That's just standard game. Although I'm not sure. I need to check that free XP, because 5,000 free XP, that's a heck of a lot. I think I might have earned something there. But yeah, jumping back to the tank now. It's one that I'm finding it very, very difficult to fault. And if we take a look at the armor, you know, you might be questioning, well, the balancing factor is in the armor. Well, yes, I mean, it is a medium. You're not gonna side scrape and beat out the heavies in this game. You are gonna get penned if your hull is exposed. But the key with this is to play it hull down, because while the turret armor doesn't look like a lot, you do bounce a fair bit, and that's because you've got 35mm of spaced armor, and the rounded turret underneath has armor ranges at the front from 160 to 215. So it's really not that bad armor-wise either for a medium. Looking at the silver boost, it's only got a 50% silver boost, so the fact that I'm earning numbers like I just earned in this game is incredible. It is, for silver, it's very, very, very good for cash per game. If I had to fault the 59D, it has to be the cost. It absolutely has to be the cost. And as I said at the start of this video, it is a good tank, but so is the FV4211. That was free. There are other tanks Era 2 that are cheaper, that you can have just as much fun in. It is so expensive. Yeah, the cost of it is eye-watering, I would say. I would say the only somewhat reasonable reason to get this tank is it's one of two things. You haven't reached Era 3 yet, and you want a premium that's a good all-rounder at Era 3. The other reason is you've got so much money burning a hole in your pocket, you can afford it. I would say if either of those describes you, then go ahead, buy it. If that doesn't describe you, I would personally pass until you've saved enough to buy this one, because yeah, the cost is the only problem, I would say. Other than that, it is a fantastic tank. You will do so well in this thing, and you'll earn so much silver. But yeah, cost, if you can't afford it, don't worry too much. You're not missing out on a whole much when you can play Era 2 and have similar playstyles. Alright guys, that's about all I've got for this one. If you've enjoyed it, please leave it a like, if not a dislike. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and as always, I hope you're all still keeping safe, and I will see you out there.